You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Friday the 17th of October 2025. It is 25 days after the fall equinox. It is 65 days before the winter solstice. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 26th day of Vendémiaire, the day of the aubergine, the eggplant. The sun rises today at 7:09 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:41 p.m. The sun sets today at 6:12 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 6:40 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 7:11 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes 35 seconds shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waning crescent phase and is 13% full at midday. The new moon will arrive on Tuesday, the 21st of October. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, low tide, 2:59 a.m., 18 centimeters. In the morning, high tide, 9:19 a.m., 1 meter 52. In the afternoon, low tide, 3:35 p.m., 27 centimeters. At night, high tide, 9:37 p.m., 1 meter 46. In our shared realm of plants and animals, as the ornamental Japanese maples begin to turn, many of them go bright red, but some of them simply go brown. One large maple at Socrates Sculpture Park has done just this, the life draining out of its leaves that have turned brown and begun to wrinkle and curl inward, little hands closing into fists of brown. And the smoke trees, now these are interesting. When they first leaf out, their leaves are a rich purple color. This lasts through their flowering and the emerging of the delicate sprays of seed pods that give them their name. But then, the rest of summer, they gradually give up their purple and are strong green just before their leaves will fall. Commemorations. On this day in 1933, Albert Einstein arrived in the United States aboard the SS Westerland. He was a refugee from the Nazi regime in Germany. His arrival in the United States was facilitated by a branch of the International Relief Association in New York. Einstein took up residence at the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton. As Yale professor Marcy Shore, who recently relocated to the University of Toronto in Canada, has said, "The lesson of 1933 is this: you get out sooner rather than later." On this day in 1986, the United States Senate passed the Immigration Reform and Control Act. It tightened the borders and forbade knowingly employing people without work papers. It also offered an amnesty for undocumented people within the country. Several million people took up the opportunity to regularize their situation. It was the last serious attempt by Congress to reform the immigration system and offer undocumented people a path forward. On this day in 2008, at an event in Tehran, an attempt was made to create the world's longest sandwich. It was organized by the Tehran Municipality's Women's Committee in partnership with industrial ostrich farmers. It took place during the city's second International Food and Health Festival. More than 1,000 chefs gathered in Tehran's Melat Park at dawn to roast 1,000 kilos of ostrich and assemble the 1,500-meter-long sandwich. Unfortunately, the gathered crowds descended on the sandwich before it could be officially measured. Iran's dream of making the Guinness Book of World Records was dashed. Today in Earth Science Week, it is Geologic Map Day. It is hosted by the U.S. Geological Survey, the Association of American State Geologists, the National Park Service, the Geological Society of America, and NASA. Starting today is Open House New York Weekend. This annual festival unlocks more than 300 destinations across the 5 boroughs for behind-the-scenes tours and special activities. Venues include private gardens, historic houses and buildings, artist studios, boathouses, and more. This weekend, No Kings protests will be taking place all across the country. the organizers remind us that a core principle behind all No Kings events is a commitment to nonviolence. And that is the Observatory, Friday the 17th of October, 2025.